What's up, everyone? Devil May Asian, and we are going to do something a little different. Ooh, that's a little loud in my ear canal hearing apparatus. All right, so uh, Devil May Asian. Uh, it is August. Let's see, what is the date for Monday? It is August 23rd, according to my calendar. That is showing 3 days prior. So it's the 20th anniversary of the franchise, and decided to do something a little different. I'm going to do just a one single video take of this entire special bonus run in Devil May Cry, and yeah, it's 20 years, and obviously the franchise has meant a lot to me because my online persona is Devil May Asian. Uh, was pretty involved with the Super Nintendo era, as involved as a kid could be, given that I am at the mercy of my parents' generosity when it comes to video game purchases. So, yeah, I was fairly involved in the Super Nintendo era. Missed out on the PlayStation 1 era, N64 era, and my brother bought a PlayStation 2, and that kind of perked my interest in revisiting video games again. And I went to Blockbuster to rent some games, and I rented a copy of Onimusha, and Onimusha. That particular copy of Onimusha had a demo of Devil May Cry. So I played Onimusha for a little bit, enjoyed it, but then I popped in the demo for Devil May Cry, and I mean, just the title sequence. The title sequence melted my brain. My brother and I were watching. My brother and I were in the same room when I popped the game in. We saw the title sequence, and we kind of looked at each other like, "Oh, this looks pretty serious." So that's how I got into Devil May Cry. Even even during my PlayStation 1 hiatus, I was a I was a completionist. So I like to do every single side missions. I like to do perfect runs, finding optimal strategies on how to clear out missions and games, and finding optimal combat strategies and all that other fun stuff. So this game kind of lent itself to my natural gaming habits, which was really cool. And being a broke college student when the PlayStation 2 came out, I uh, I was kind of stuck with Devil May Cry for a long time, and that's what eventually led to my obsession on on the franchise, and finding good combat mechanics and strategies. Yeah, man, this game just kind of has it all for me. But yeah, Devil May Cry was the thing that I had played for not nearly non-stop for about 3, 4, 5 years. So so first off, the special bonus thing, I should explain. There are there are three categories to a game, to ranking in game and mission rankings. There we go. One take. We're just going to do one take. There are the time missions, time requirements. There's the damage requirements, and there is the orb requirements. Each mission has its own specific time and orb requirement. No damage across all missions. So if you get no damage, if you have a no damage run during a mission, you are awarded 500 points. Excuse me. Whatever the orb requirement is, if you meet it, you get another 500. And same thing with time. If you meet that requirement, you get 500 points for time. For an S rank to work, in order for you to get an S rank, you have to get a total of 1,000 points. So if there are different tiers of points that you get that are determined by how much under, I think there's a percentage formula involved, but basically you can get different amounts of points in each category of damage, time, and orbs, and as long as they all add up to 1,000 points, you get an S rank. In order for you to get the special bonus, you have to get 500 points in each category, so it essentially becomes a perfect run. So you know that you get the special bonus, whenever you see the special bonus verbiage pop up in the end mission. So that's when you know that you got your perfect 1,500 point run. I don't know why. I don't know why I farmed the Sin sites as hard as I did, but okay. So there's going to be some dead spots because I'm doing this in one single take, and I'm trying to bounce between the notes that I already have for this run. I'm going to speak very loosely about the special bonus run right now. I mean, the special bonus requirements are fairly easy to understand, but it all kind of comes down to optimal strategies and strategies like critical hits. So I did this special bonus run from mission 1 to mission 21 to mission 21. I got to mission 21 in 9 days. Special bonus ran all of the missions, and mission 22 Mundus, that took me about 3 weeks total. I was on vacation for about a week during that period, but there are several missions that had me worried about whether or not I could do this from start to finish, and mission 3 is one of them. So this is the first time that I've ever done a completed special bonus run. I've made several attempts, and mission 3, mission 7, 21, 23, 22, Nightmare 3 for mission 20, which, by the way, the orbs that I just passed by, that I just left over there in the back over there, leave them alone. When you get back to them at a later time, they will grow into 100 red orb single orbs. So just be mindful to not grab them for later missions. Mission 17, 18, I think. But yeah, mission 3 was... Oof. So here's what you're supposed to do with Phantom. You're supposed to air hike, double trigger down slash him in the bulb. Like that. For the rest of this fight is a masterclass on how not to deal damage to Phantom. Because this was really not good. Like, by now, I should have already been done. Because the time restraint for mission 3 is under 3 minutes. So whenever I say the time restraint is 3 minutes, it's actually 2 minutes and 59 seconds or less. Because if you nail the time requirement at exactly what the time requirement is, which for this mission is 3 minutes, you've lost the 500 points. So that was as good of a Phantom fight as I could put out. Because we went into the water earlier and I lost health, that does count as lost health as far as the damage requirement is concerned. Because I'm missing points, I have to make up those points by completing this secret mission. And secret missions is actually the only other way for you to get extra points for your mission and mission credits. So that's why the critical hit special mission is crucial to a special bonus game. You have to get the Phantom fight down as good as you possibly can. I was going to say you got to get it perfectly, but clearly I did it, and I'm not. It wasn't flawlessly done. So you got to get Phantom done in a timely order, and you have to kind of luck up with the critical hit mission, because sometimes that Sin Scissor will not comply with your needs. So this hall fight is kind of important because Mission 4 does have a very strict time limits, as well as orb requirements, and killing off Phantom in the hallway will give you 500 points. So that's going to save you a lot of trouble with farming out red orbs. And wait for the double trigger regeneration. There you go. And walk in. So this game has a weird, quirky mechanic in its physics. Basically, if you do a down slash, what we know as a helm breaker, it will do a base amount of damage. But if you do a air hike down slash, it will strengthen that helm breaker attack. But if you air hike, enemy jump, and then down slash, you've essentially done a double jump. Then the strength of that helm breaker becomes incredibly powerful. So that's the reason why I was able to bypass the tornado spear attack that the Death Scythe does, or the Death Scissor does. It's because I was able to sneak in a light enough air hike double trigger helm breaker, just light enough so he doesn't do the spin attack, and then I was able to sneak in an air hike enemy jump helm breaker attack, and that allows you to take care of that fight without having to experience his tornado attack, is what I like to call it. With Nilo Angelo, there's a technique called slash canceling, as you can see right now. Ooh, close. There is usually a lag in his recovery time after you do a single slash, a double slash, or a double slash into the two upward slash motion. When you're in that recovery period, you can use your controller and rotate it, and that rotation in the joystick will cancel out the recovery and the lag animation. So I'm doing slash slash rotate slash 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 rotate slash slash rotate slash 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 rotate. And it might be cheap, but it is the best way to quickly dispose of Nilo Angelo. Because Ifrit, I gave Ifrit a shot here for some reason, and even with charged attacks, you give Nilo Angelo the opportunity to block your attacks, and that's just not smart. Went for sashimi because I got a little panicked because I was so close. But yeah, that's one of the several Devil May Cry strategies that are exclusive to this particular game, slash canceling. So 4 minutes and 11 seconds. I may have to double check my notes. I don't know. I thought mission 4 was under 4 minutes. And if that's the case, I'll need to double check my notes on the special bonus requirements for mission 4. But yeah, this mission, 2 shadows, pretty simple. As simple as mission requirements are considered. So, if you haven't seen the Devil Trigger Shadow, what makes them so dangerous is that they shoot out spikes whenever you touch them, and they don't hurt that badly from what I recall, but just any damage, and you've destroyed your special bonus run. So it's always a fairly good idea to take care of shadows before they double trigger. I think that time requirement was under 2 minutes and 100 orbs. That's the reason why I went for the hidden orbs after the shadow fight, because I was just under that, and I did not want to risk a fight with Death Scissors to make up the missing orbs. So if there are special orbs, go for it. So I guess I will go ahead and talk a little bit about my thoughts about the franchise right now. As much as I'd like to watch myself play. Uh, yeah, Devil May Cry. I mean, what can you say about Devil May Cry? It kind of set the bar for action games, and the whole action genre has just been a favorite of mine since then. Since I've exposed myself to Devil May Cry after my PlayStation 1 hiatus. Yeah, because I was so broke back then. I didn't buy a whole lot of video games. So play the for my for the first several years of my PlayStation 2 experience, I only played really Devil May Cry 1, and because that was the only game that I was playing that I enjoyed, I got more. I dove a little deeper into the mechanics of the game, the physics of the game, uh, the hidden secrets, the need to do S-rank runs, special bonus runs, no help for double trigger upgrade runs. I've done Dante must die runs with just the 3 double trigger flips and no health grade upgrades, no health upgrades, and I also, as far as I know, I have the fastest special bonus Fresh Dante on Dante Must Die mode time. Also a difference with the HD collection and the PlayStation 2 collection, a fully charged meteor would have killed those frosts immediately. So I have my methods, I have my strategies going into this run, but I had to change things up because things are a little different with this version of the game. What other differences are there? Really, that was the biggie. That was the biggie. I think Frost. I think double triggered because in the PlayStation 2 version, some enemies, if not all of the enemies, had less health for you to kill them off before they had a chance to trigger. And with the HD collection, they decided that they wanted to give them an extra bump in health because why not? This game isn't as hard as it once was, I guess. But yeah, PlayStation, the PlayStation 2 era, this game, this was pretty much all I played up until the release of Devil May Cry 3. And Devil May Cry 2, Devil May Cry 2. I haven't had a whole lot of I didn't really have a whole lot of fanboy moments as a teenager. or as a kid, Devil May Cry was the first thing that I really fanboyed hard over. So when Devil May Cry 2 came out, yeah, that stung a little bit. Now it did one thing that I wish that it had carried on over into other versions or other Devil May Cry entries. But whenever you have the rocket launcher and you're in the air and you use the fire button, Dante can still fire one of his pistols while he's holding a rocket launcher. He can fire one of the pistols in the air. And I thought that was a really nice touch with the combat. Having a dedicated roll button, I guess that was fine. But man, it was bad back then, and it's worse now. If I'm being 100% honest, Devil May Cry 2 is just so bad. The worst game? No, not the worst game ever. But it should have been way more than it was. And then of course Devil May Cry 3 happened. I did 1, 2, 3. I think I did 3 perfect runs on that game. First from way back in the PlayStation 2 era, and I just did a PlayStation 4 Devil May Cry 3 HD run not too long ago. And the first run I did not capture on video. But yeah, I did that 3 times. And I think that kind of shows how much of a problem I might have with the series, at least with that particular game. This game is 4 years older than Devil May Cry 3, and this is the only successful special bonus run that I've done, and I was able to do 3 perfect runs before I was able to do this. I used to think that Devil May Cry 1 was going to be my favorite game of the series, maybe of all time. But I still love Devil May Cry 1. But Devil May Cry 3 just has a certain extra butteriness in its recipe. And it's not the enemy design. The combat is so good that I can overlook the subpar enemy design. So for this particular scene here, I went ahead and opened up the door with Ifrits because in the next area, I got 1,000 orb, a single 1,000 orb hanging around where the Ifrits used to. Where the Ifrits used to be. There we go. I believe that's only one of 2 1,000 orbs that are in the game. I'm trying to get some more Devil Trigger before I head out. And Griffin 1, you don't have to really waste any time with him. He's not going to give you the orbs that you need with the Ifrit's substitution orbs. It's just going to be a time sink, and you might be taking damage. I'd be taking damage because I'm just not that great with them. So with this is grenade rolling. Whenever you do a grenade shot, there's a recoil animation that you are stuck with until it's done. Rolling will reset the animation, and you'd be able to pull off 3 shots as opposed to 1 single shot without a roll animation. It's kind of like spiral guarding. This technique is one of the first crucial things new Devil May Cry players should learn. And I suspect some will roll their eyes at the thought of this being called a technique, or maybe I should say people would grenade roll their eyes. Okay, I'll stop. Anywho, grenade rolling has been a term used by the veterans. So if it's a common term used in the community, I'd say it's a technique. Regardless of how simple it may be. It is OP as hell. There's debate that it's broken. I'm in that camp. But we're doing a special bonus run, so use it. I'm not a stylish player. I'm more strategic than I am flashy, even with the combat openness in Devil May Cry 3, 4, and 5. I've always been more of a strategic player as opposed to a flashy one, and I think that comes from my time spent in this game, because my Devil May Cry 3 double S runs don't come across as, you know, a gray level of playing. I never was that player, simply because I wasn't good in that way to begin with. But yeah, there's your other technique in Devil May Cry. Still using it to great effect. Keeping myself stationary, even though I'm rolling to a corner. Let's see, what else? Devil May Cry 4. I thought it was okay. Devil May Cry 4, I think the biggie about Devil May Cry 4 was the red orb requirements. And I'm not sour on the whole having orb requirements to begin with. But, you know, having to find every single hidden red orb, that really distracted from the combat. So if I had to go out of my way to find and break a bunch of chairs and breakable objects, just so I can get my 100% run, That was a that was kind of a bummer. Nero, on the other hand, I mean, great addition to the series. Charged shots, so good. Yeah, I'm using air raid because I've choked several times. Near miss. You see, I'm terrible at the game, and I almost allowed myself to take damage. And yeah, I'm using air raid again because, as we have already established, I am terrible at the game. And whenever you kill a Cyclops, you get your double trigger restored, like what you just heard. So if you're going to get a full bar, might as well use it. This is Nero 2. Oh yeah, grenade rolling. Is it broken? Yeah. Yeah, it's broken. Well, we're going for a special bonus round. It's broken. We all know this. Every single one of us knows grenade rolling is broken. Oh, look at this. Grenade rolling again. It's broken. And I'm fine with it. What are we going to do now? Yep, we're going to grenade roll. Just look at how many blades I have in front of me. Look at them. So many blades. I don't care. I'm going to use it. When you kill all the blades, that's when you get a blue orb fragment dropped. That's what the yellow orb was meant to represent. So Nero Angelo 2 is right around the corner. We're going to use the same slash canceling technique. Rotate. Normally, whenever you jump away, he'll charge a fireball, and that's your cue to run back in and resume your attack like that. Jump, charge, rotate, slash, 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 rotate, jump away, slash, slash, rotate, slash, 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 rotate, jump away. Now, whenever you're not in a good position, just make do with whatever slash canceling that you can. slash rotate, jump away. Didn't take the bait. Sometimes it works. So you kind of have to be on guard for whenever he doesn't take the bait. Because you don't want to just jump away and then immediately run after him when he's about to stinger you. Butchered that slash canceling. Hi, friends. Not sure why I aerated, but that was a lucky thing. That was lucky. Because I don't think a single bolt would have knocked him out of any other animation. But it just so happened to knock him out of a meteor animation. I think I only did a couple of pokes at the red orb fountain because of time restraint, and I was also there were times when I was able to figure out. There were times when I was able to kill Griffey in a timely manner, but came up short on orbs. That's what happened. So, yeah, I did manage to kill off Griffey 2 a couple of times, and those first 2 times, without taking damage, I came up short on orbs. Normally, I would start this fight in front of the door that's locked. But I could not get this guy to work with me. So I moved the fight over here. So that way I could do what I just did. Jump up and do a air hike Helmbreaker wherever he was and not wait for him to come to me. Alright, so Griffey 2. There is an AI glitch that we have for Griffey 2. He's always going to start with this attack where he's got this red fiery bird tethered to you. You got to take care of that as soon as possible, and hope that he'll be taken care of. Now, if you're in this area, he's going to jump and try to pounce you. You have to get into this position, fire away with ebony and ivory. I don't recommend grenades, and be careful whenever you jump down, because if you land on Griffey, he will drain your health. So you got to be a little careful with the jump. So whenever he is done with his lightning attack, you come back, you meet him on the ground, wait for him to jump back down, pounce you, get out of the way, just rinse and repeat. It's easier said than done, because with this particular mission, the time restraint is very, very strict. Whenever he's gone, there will be some loose lightning attacks. I found that particular spot, wherever I was, the sail on the sail post, whatever it's called. That was the best spot. If you're too far away on one end or inside the center of the ship, he will get you. I think the time restraint for this mission was 4 minutes. So if that tells you just how much you need that AI loop to get the special bonus, just how critical that AI loop is. I mean, there you go. There was no real wasted time in any other fights, with the exception of maybe the death site. That could have been quicker by, I don't know, 10 seconds, 10, 15 seconds. But even then, if I had, let the best case scenario, 15 seconds, that would have allowed me about 25 seconds left to play with. There's no other Griffin strategy that would allow me to fight him in the typical sense of a Griffin fight, where I can get rid of him and kill him in a timely manner for me to meet the 4-minute requirement. That AI loop is crucial. So learning how to initiate it and learning how to force him to cycle through that loop is a critical aspect of that mission. I think I was looking for some extra hidden orbs. That's another 2-minute mission. Very simple. Just got to make sure that you get that big orb after the first blades. Skip those blades. Grab the big orb. Head on out. Make sure that you take care of the two blades leading outside of the ship. You can also critical hit with Ebony and Ivory. Don't need the shotgun. Spend as much time as you can moving forward slowly, so that way you can feed the Sin Scissors out and bait them in for a critical hit. Because whenever you get to the end of this area, you're going to need no distractions. So bait them all, critical hit them, get your orbs, clear the pathway, so that way you can vortex through this trap. And let's talk about Devil May Cry 5. So I did a perfect run. S rank checkpoints, no damage. think I started that like a year and a half ago. Oh, a year and a half ago already. And I pretty much gave my opinions of the game when I did my final video, which was the Mission 19 video. Vortex through everything. It'll protect you. It's trying to vortex into the hallway, but that clearly wasn't happening. Yeah, Devil May Cry 5. Devil May Cry 5. The microtransaction nature of the game really bothered me. Still bothers me. The expropriation, the being able to buy orbs for disposable devil breakers, and Dr. Faust. Just really reeked of microtransactions, and it's something I haven't been able to brush off. Just how casual they just kind of made microtransactions possible within the game. It came across very effortlessly. I gotta say that. To their credit. But man. Oh yeah, and the whole checkpoint system. What was the first Dante mission? Was it mission 10? I think mission 10 was the first Dante mission. You had to skip as many fights as you could. Otherwise, you weren't going to get the S ranks. Same thing with a lot of the other missions. With I think Dante had a lot of very strict S rank checkpoints. You know, it's been a while since I played it. I should revisit it and play it some more. I mean, maybe they fixed some stuff concerning the checkpoints and the stylish points, but I still feel that 5 is a fun game. Oh yeah, I have it in my notes that when I started mission 15, I had used Devil Trigger to end mission 14, but I started 15 with full Devil Trigger. I don't know if that's an HD glitch, because getting full Devil Trigger in a mission is not a Devil May Cry 1 thing, at least for the PlayStation 2 version. Unless that was a mission 14 into 15 thing, because you fought a death side. I don't know. I see the bait. I see the bait. Time to jump. Yeah. Yeah. I think I spent 2 days on this mission. For whatever reason, that death site just gave me so much trouble. I used to be able to just stand there and take care of him so that way I could proceed on without any issue. After a while, I just said, whatever, I'm just going to go straight and grab the lance so I can fight Griffey 3. I don't know what's going on. So, to start out Griffey 3 right, you have to time a fully charged meteor at him just correctly. Slight pause, then charge your meteor, double hit. Get another one, he'll stop in his tracks, he'll jump up into the air to start the second phase of the fight. The best way for you to do this is to try to pepper him with ebony and ivory. I'm trying to get that last bit of damage to get him to come down with round trip. It took several tries. I don't know why it took so many tries. So now with this. Grenade roll. Whenever he psychs you out like that, I always vortex, because I don't know what kind of laser attack he's going to do. He could be doing the gateway. He could be doing the B laser attack. If it's the gate, then you're in trouble. Whenever you vortex into him, he will stop his attack, and then he'll just do a B attack, and then he'll stop. So whenever you get him to do that, vortex as long as you can, and whenever you see that attack expire, get out of it. Start doing some more grenade rolling, and hope he calms down. I had the most amount of trouble with Griffey 3 as well. I didn't have this much trouble with Nightmare 3 or the airplane sequence. This took the most amount of time. Out of the 9 days that I spent from Mission 1 into Mission 21, this took the most amount of days out of my time to get this right. This took me 2 days, which is way more than I'm happy to admit. Fuck it. Air raid. Missing so many shots. So I think at that point I was at 8.5 runes. Double trigger runes when I finished that mission. So yeah, the only red ore drops that I got was that 1,000 orb in the secret room and the 500 from Griffey, and several peppered along the way. That's all you need for that mission. I think the red orb requirement is is a 1500. So yeah, I used a little bit of double trigger to get to run to the door, and I was at 8.5 runes. So I don't know what happened in the beginning of mission 15. Why I got 10 full double trigger runes. But you know, maybe I'll revisit Devil May Cry 5 at another time. Might do two more perfect runs on that one. Sloppy plasma fight. I just pointed my grenade launcher at him like he was going to walk away and know better. Look at this. Grenade rolling. Just grenade rolling to get some... Oh god, I missed. Should have just grenaded him when you saw that that rotation. Saved myself a lot of stress. Nightmare strategies. So the thing that we have to keep in mind are his orbs. Whenever he opens up his orbs, we see right now that there is a blue color to it. There are 3 colors to his orbs. There is the blue, there is a green, and there is a red. The blue is whole. It is unbroken. That means for certain segments of his attack openings, you have less time for you to deal damage. What you need to do, and what I didn't do in this run, was deal enough damage to break his core up into a broken green orb. That will extend your window of attack by roughly double. In order for you to break his core, you have to attack him a lot of times. With Ifrit, the main strategy with the Ifrits is you need to use charged up attacks, so that way you don't break the orbs. I completely forgot to get the blue orb phase out of the equation. Yeah, that was not a very large window for you to attack. Now with the rear orb, the window of attack is always going to remain the same regardless of what color the orb is. Red, green, or blue. But the top orb, what I should have been doing is infernoing and using a grenade launcher on the top orb. So the blue orb, so there it is, there's the green. The green orb, I finally initiated the green orb. And you might notice that the attack window has been extended. yeah, it's been extended to not made quite double, but almost double. So the defense stats, the thing that differentiates a green and blue orb with the red with a broken. So a whole blue orb, you have a broken green orb, and then you have a broken red orb. The defense stat of a blue and green are the same. Whenever you get to the red orb, red broken orb, its defense goes up by a ton. So a charged up Ifrit punch will do significantly less damage than a on a red orb as opposed to a broken green orb. So that's the mechanic of a nightmare that goes unnoticed largely. So the first thing you should always do with nightmare is get the blue orb, get the top blue orb, and do as much damage as you can to it with light attacks. Alistair's auto combo is a great way to get it from blue to green in no time. Inferno is a great way to get it up there as well. You're doing high-powered damage attacks multiple times in a short time frame. That's what you should be doing with Nightmare, which is what I failed to do. Again, PlayStation 2 era, with this fight, I could sneak by and a fully charged meteor would kill both of these frogs. But that didn't happen. You have to add in an Inferno to this. Which is fine. I was in a bad frostbite. Magma drive, taunt, guess much double trigger for the hallway. So in the hallway, one of two enemy types are going to show up. One is the fetish, as we can see right now. The other is the nobodies. Sometimes the nobodies will pop up, and I kind of find them to be easier to deal with. Because when I vortex to the other end of the hallway, I forgot to take care of the fetish that was in this side hallway. And you have to take care of all of them before time runs out, and then you have to deal with double trigger fetishes. And nobody has time for that. Barely got it in. That last fetish was popping up. This dial, this light dial. I appreciate developers trying to break up games in different ways. But we got Michelangelo 3 right around the corner. Every time I mess up one of his fights, I don't want to have to do this over and over and over again. The dial and the Quicksilver and the going back and forth. It is one of the more annoying designs, level designs of Devil May Cry. Only because Michelangelo is going to kill you, or at least cause damage. Alrighty. Nero 3. Several days ago, I uploaded a video on how to deal with Nero 3 with Ifrits only. Always start with charged meteor attacks. They are the more powerful attacks in the game, and when he charges his meteor, don't wait for a fully charged attack. Go ahead and release it. Waiting for a chance. Waiting for a chance to switch to Alistair. I don't know why he didn't switch to Alistair sooner. Well, it's because I didn't have any double trigger. That's what it was. And Ifrits is a great way to deal. Well, not necessarily deal damage, but gain double trigger. There we go. Slash canceling. 2 combos, jump. It is not the best, the prettiest strategy, but again, special bonus run. Oof. Oof. That was dumb. Almost got caught. I'm not graceful when I'm stressed out. There we go. Shoot. There we go. Just get it over with. Now I feel like if I was more disciplined, I could get a special bonus run on mission 17 with Ifrits against Nilo Angelo. The problem is Nilo's a hard boss, and Ifrits is sometimes isn't always ideal. I know how how that sounds now that I think about it. You know, I could kill him with Ifrits if I wanted to. I don't want to though. Shoot, swim, shoot, swim, shoot, swim, shoot, swim, shoot, swim. That's the best way to take care of them underwater. You hold down the fire button, you run the risk of allowing the last Sin Scissor to trigger. You don't want to do that. Alright, so another aspect of Nightmare. whenever he goes into his puddle form and swallows you up, you're always going to want to go that route because one, it deals a good amount of damage to him, and two, you're going to get orbs. You're going to get red orbs with the nightmare bosses that are in this underworld. And I want to say that there is another property of defeating the nightmare bosses. Like it might extend the. Yeah. So whenever you hit the wall dials to cause the light to shine and you get nightmare in its solid form, that doubles the period in which the wall dials remain active. So that gives you more time for other cycles, other solid nightmare cycles to be used for attacks. I'm using air raid because I'm bad at the game. I had a lot of trouble with Griffin. Griffin and I just don't mix. So I just went ahead and just air raided him. Spent a little extra time on that wall, so that on that wall dial, just so I can get some more time with Nightmare in a solid form. So there was one other Nightmare 2 run that I had. And the reason why I'm doing grenade rolling is because there are occasional like slime discharge, like you see that just kind of popped up. They come from the puddle and they splash out. I don't know what causes them, but they will damage you. And the last time I got this far ahead, the splash damage made contact, and I took like a little bit of health damage. So the reason why I ended the fight with a meteor and grenade rolling for his rear orb was because I didn't want to risk another splash damage incident. So I will also note another thing about the Nightmare fight is that there are essentially two openings. There are two attack cycles. One is modular. The second one is going to be the side stab attack that he does. Rolling Blaze does a great job of deflecting it, so that way his rear orb is open for attack. But the first attack depends on what your positioning is in relation to Nightmare. If you are in the front half of him when he decides to initiate his attack, he will do the laser beam attack. And that's easy enough for you to work around. All you have to do is just wait a little bit, wait for the flare from his orbs to die down, and you can jump right in, do some attacks while his beam is going haywire. If you are on the back half of him when he decides to attack, that's when his rear orb will open and missiles, heat-seeking missiles will shoot out from him. That's the one that you always want to avoid. In order for you to avoid it, for the first attack cycle and the third attack cycle, you always want to be in front of Nightmare. So holding aim and walking around him while you're facing, that was a close nobody kick that I narrowly avoided. I don't remember how I avoided it, but that was close. The first and third Nightmare attack cycles, hold aim, hold the lock-on button, and just walk around him. His orb bullets will narrowly miss you, and you will open him up for the appropriate attack. Never hug his rear whenever his first and third attack cycle pops up. Otherwise, you got a lot of dodging to do, and regardless of how many spears you deflect or avoid, he will always suck your double trigger. So you're always going to want to avoid double trigger suckage and any chance of him clipping you with any damage with his heat-seeking missiles. Mission 20. We've been talking about Nightmare. We're going to continue to talk about Nightmare for the last Nightmare fight. In order for you to get the red the red orb, I'm going to try that a third time. The red orb bonus. You have to kill these frosts. You have to kill the frost, and you have to kill Michelangelo from inside Nightmare. If you don't do that, you're not going to get the red orbs. You're not going to get the special bonus. Opening up with Nightmare, normally I would just do one cycle of the orbs, of the wall orb. This time, I've switched it up to attacking the wall orb 3 times before going into Nightmare. Because once you get out of Nightmare, the attack cycle gets a little more complex. Because Trish will be shooting out lightning, and that's just another thing that you just want to minimize. So I'm doing all of this damage up front, so that way whenever I do expose Nightmare for his final finale, I am just minimizing any time spent with Trish throwing lightning at me. Near miss. And of course, with Michelangelo 3 here, we're going to slash cancel because time is imperative with Nightmare 3. Botched up the slash canceling. Botched the slash canceling. It can do more slash canceling cycles with Nero 1, Nero 2, and Nightmare Nero. You can only do 2/4 hit combos. You can only do 2 4-hit combos with Nero 3 before he starts to block. You see all of those sludges that are just popping up, that's splashing around him? That is what causes damage. That causes damage, and you want to not get hit by that. So here we go with the finale. Decided to go with Infernos. Seemed to work. Just get up close and personal. Wait for the double trigger suction. Just go in there and Inferno him. And hope that the sludges don't nick you. I don't have a better strategy. I just decided one day to see what Inferno would do, and it worked out beautifully. And the first time that I got to his Berserk stage, I did that was the run that you saw. I did Infernos and boom, special bonus. There were a couple of runs that I did, even with the orb fountain at the end of this mission, where I came close. I came under the red orb requirements. So, as a safeguard, I backtracked and I killed off these frost for extra orbs, just in case. This wasn't. This was another mission that I was a little worried about with my special bonus run, because a little later, when you're dealing with the nobodies, there are these eels, for lack of a better term, these eels that latch onto you and drain you of health. These things. And normally I would have equipped Ifrits and just rolling blaze right through them, but that was never a foolproof strategy. And I was trying to think of other ideas of what to do, and I was like, oh yeah, I vortex through Griffin's laser attacks. I can vortex through the eels. Takes a little bit of the double trigger, but you're going to get it. You're going to get it back. You're going to get it back by fighting the nobodies. Grenade rolling. I don't care. Special bonus. Move around while the nobodies are dying off. There's a little thing that comes from under the ground if you stay still and tries to attack you. Move a little bit. A couple of light meteors will take care of the plasmas. There you go. There was a point where I missed this jump. I missed the jump, and I landed in the lava. Ugh. Yeah, right now I heard the orb fountain crack, and I was double checking my red orb count. I was like, I got the red orbs, right? I got the red orbs. I fought the frost. I got the red orbs. All right, fine. It's important at this time, before you end mission 21, that you equip the shotgun. It is important because that shotgun is going to be the last technique that I'm going to talk about in Devil May Cry 1. No other firearms will do against Mundus. It has to be the shotgun. So there it is. Mission 1 to mission 21, 9 days. I was surprised by how quick my progress was. I suspected that was going to take a long time with Mundus, and yeah, it took me about 3 weeks. Figure double trigger, just run. You're not going to use double trigger until you're up close on Mundus. So yeah, according to my notes, it was 5 days of fighting. I had a week vacation, and it took another 4 days to get the special bonus run. So it took me 9 days. It took me 9 days to finally get the special bonus. Brutal. So when there's a specific point where you see the orbs just disappear, whenever he has his arms across his chest and he is about to do that attack, you have to be right in front of him, in front of his chest, and then that's when you can double trigger. You can double trigger at that point. What ends up happening is that you get a critical hit on Mundus, and the dragon will double hit him. That is one of the best time-saving attacks in the game. So of course, you need to make sure that you're at full double trigger to maximize the double hit. Same thing goes for both angles. The first trip, you will not be as close up to him, but on the second trip, every second trip, you can see that you're way closer up to him than you were with the first one. Just getting ready. He didn't do it. Still use my double trigger to sneak in a critical hit. Now this is where things get a little interesting. These orbs will always give you 3 double trigger runes. The dragon, you can deflect the fireball at him. I kind of feel like it's a little risky to do that, so I instead just use round trips and meteors to take care of him. When you do a full, okay, so with these orbs over here, I'm using a technique called shotgun twitching. It's the same thing when it comes to resetting an animation, kind of like slash canceling. In order for you to minimize the reload animation, you just twitch your analog stick just a little bit. You just make Dante move just side to side, back and forth, whatever direction it is. Because what happens is that he shoots, and then there's a reload animation, and before he can shoot again, that reload animation needs to be completed. When you shoot and then move, the reload animation doesn't happen, and he can go back into firing his shotgun again. So as you see, shotgun, twitch, shotgun, twitch. Two very quick shotgun blasts, as opposed to shotgun, reload, shotgun. With round trip, I was trying to find an opening to get up close and personal with Mundus to do some actual sword attacks as opposed to just round trips and meteors. I couldn't find any openings. So right now, I actually have my TV taped to how close I can get to Mundus before he goes into berserk mode, and right now his health has now reached to the point where he's going to go into berserk mode. He's going to do these fireball attacks, and he could do them back to back, and he'll summon up these orbs. And luckily, he doesn't do the meteor attacks back to back. That was a tricky roll. Well, actually, it wasn't so bad that he did meteor attacks back to back. It's just that when he does meteor attacks back to back, round trick, taunt, get as much double trigger, deflect, and bam. That's how you kill Mundus without having to go up on the pillars and slash him and risk lava damage. So yeah, that took me 9 days with a week of vacation in between those 9 days. That was fun. So this is the last mission, and the last mission is the mission that I have never successfully special bonus because of the airplane scene. I had to go. I had to look up different strategies on how to deal with the how to work around the airplane sequence, and I forget who it was. Hold on, let me look him up, because it was somebody else that somebody's video that I watched. And I said, "Oh, maybe I should try what this guy is doing." Not XLH Gladiator. That's not him. Though he's an amazing player. Lord Gamelith. That's who it was. Lord Gamelith. I ended up watching several of his other videos by the time that I was trying to figure out how to work Mission 23. And turns out that a lot of the strategies that he uses that I ended up using myself. So woefully underappreciated Devil May Cry player. He seems to be very, very talented in the series as well. I highly recommend checking him out. 2, because I think he has Devil May Cry 3, Devil May Cry 5 runs as well. Solid player. I used to think that Vortex did more damage to him in the PlayStation 2 version. Maybe I've been mistaken, because I used to think that I would never run out of Devil Trigger before I got him to this last phase of the fight. Classic glitch. Shoot. Charge the Devil Trigger shot. Let it go. It'll give you full Devil Trigger, and then you'll be done with the last part of the Bundus fight. When I looked up Lord Gamulus' video and looked at his route, it took me, I think it took me like 5 tries to get it. There you go. It looks so simple, but it's so difficult. So dumb. So there we go. Devil May Cry 1. Special bonus. Dante Must Die. In commemoration of Devil May Cry's 20th anniversary. I love the series. It's meant so much to me. There's a reason why that I've played it over and over and over again. To me, it's a classic. It's a masterpiece of a series, barring a particular version of the game. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you feel inclined, subscribe, like, comment, do the things. But yeah, hoping for another wonderful 20 years with the series. Until then, peace out and somebody.